All right, everyone, get ready for this because today we're really going deep. We're tackling financial freedom.
Big topic.
Huge. And we're using an excerpt from Grant Sabatier's book, Financial Freedom. You familiar with this one?
Oh yeah, Sabatier's got some really interesting ideas in there. Definitely challenges the traditional stuff.
Absolutely. And his own story is wild, right? Dude went from $2.26 in his bank account to millionaire 5 years.
That's the part that hooks everyone. From basically broke to, well, not having to worry about money.
Exactly. But it's not about the millions, right? It's the freedom part that we're after.
Totally. And that's where Sabatier's approach is so different. He kind of throws out the whole work till you're 65 playbook.
Tosses it right out. He realized early on that working a 9 to 5, just saving for retirement way down the line, that wasn't going to cut it. He wanted control.
Wanted to make his own choices on his own terms. And that meant figuring out what financial freedom meant for him personally.
And that's huge for all of us, right? It's not one size fits all. Like, Sabatier talks about these 7 levels of financial freedom in his book, but we don't need to get lost in all that today.
No need to overcomplicate things. Let's stick with the big picture stuff, the ideas that can actually make a difference.
I like that. So one of the first things Sabatier hits on is the value of time, like really understanding what your time is worth. He actually did this calculation, figured out that in his first 3 years working, he traded 4,700 hours for $87,000 after taxes.
That's got to be a wake-up call for a lot of people.
It is, to think, wait, I'm trading this much life for that much money.
Exactly. And it makes you think twice about how you're spending your time, right?
Oh, absolutely. I've definitely felt that treadmill feeling, trading time for money but never actually crunch the numbers like that makes you reevaluate things for sure.
And for Sabatier, that's exactly what he did. He was deep in credit card debt, living paycheck to paycheck, the whole 9 yards. And he was just disillusioned with the whole thing. It was a real turning point for him.
So how'd he get out of that? Did he win the lottery or something?
No, not quite. But he did start making some serious changes. And a big one was his mindset around money.
Okay, I hear that a lot. Mindset. But what does that even mean when we're talking about money?
It's all about those beliefs we have about money. Sabatier says those beliefs can either help us or hold us back. He lists out 11 specific mindset shifts, but one that really sticks out is this idea of optimizing for savings rate.
Optimizing. Okay, break that down for me. What's that all about?
It's simpler than it sounds. Instead of getting bogged down with a super detailed budget, Sabatier focuses on just increasing the percentage of your income that you save, your savings rate. The higher it is, the faster you'll reach your goals.
Makes sense. Big picture over tiny details.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Sabatier's not about deprivation. He's not saying you got to live like a hermit to save money.
Thank goodness.
Right. He's more about focusing on what truly brings you joy and then cutting back on the things that don't.
So it's like intentional spending, right?
Yes.
Not just blindly following some budget that might not even work for you.
Exactly. Align your spending with what you actually care about.
Okay, this whole savings rate thing's got me thinking. We should unpack that more later. But first, what about that 9 to 5? Sabatier gets that not everyone's ready to quit their job, become the next big entrepreneur.
Oh yeah, he's realistic about that. And for those still in the 9 to 5 grind, he's got this whole hacking approach.
Hacking the 9 to 5. I like the sound of that. Tell me more.
It starts with knowing what you're worth. So many people, especially when they're starting out, they don't realize they're underpaid compared to others doing the same kind of work. Sabatier says, figure out your market value, like what you could be earning somewhere else.
Right, and once you know that number, what then? Go in and demand a raise?
You got it. You negotiate. A lot of people are terrified to negotiate, but it's such a crucial skill. Even a small raise can make a huge difference in how much you're saving over time.
Starting to see how all these pieces fit together. You gotta be proactive, know your worth, and not be afraid to ask for what you deserve.
That's it. And it's not even just about the salary. Benefits are a big deal too. Retirement plans, health insurance, all that. Those are part of your compensation too.
True. Gotta look at the whole package, not just the number on the paycheck.
Totally. Be strategic about your benefits, and you can save a lot of money. Reach those financial goals faster.
So we've got this mindset shift, the 9 to 5 hack, and optimizing for savings rate. What else does Sabatier throw at us?
Well, he's a big fan of the side hustle. Thinks they can be a powerful way to boost your income.
Side hustles, yeah. But I've heard they can end up feeling like just another job. Or even worse, they take all your time and don't make any money.
That's why Sabatier is all about choosing the right side hustle. one that matches your skills, your interests, what you actually want to be doing.
Okay, so how do you find that perfect side hustle? What's the magic formula?
He breaks it down into 3 steps: picking, launching, and then growing. Picking is all about knowing yourself. Figure out your skills, interests, passions.
Seems obvious, but a lot of people probably skip that step.
Right. And he even says to think back to what you loved doing as a kid. Were you always building stuff? Writing? Putting on shows? Those can give you clues about what you might still enjoy doing now.
That's a cool way to think about it. Not just what skills you have now, but those things you've always been drawn to.
Yeah, tap into that. And once you've got a few ideas going, you got to do your research. Make sure there's actually people who will pay for what you're offering.
Passion's great, but you need a market for it too.
Exactly. Look at sites like Fiverr, Upwork. See what people are charging, what's in demand, get a feel for the market.
So you've got your skills, your passion, you've done your research, found an idea that looks good. What's next? Jump right in.
Not so fast. Sabatier's big advice here is don't quit your day job just yet.
Probably wise advice. So how do you test the waters without going all in right away?
Start small. Maybe offer your services to friends or family. Give them a discount just to get some practice. Or take on a few low-paying gigs just to get your feet wet.
Get the experience. Figure out if people actually want what you're offering.
Exactly. Validate your idea. And once you've got that going, you've launched your side hustle, got a few clients, then comes the fun part, growing it.
So how do you go from side hustle to something bigger?
Well, he's a big believer in building a solid online presence. That could be a website, social media profiles, starting an email list.
Get yourself out there, let people know you exist.
Yep, and position yourself as an expert. Sabatier talks about creating valuable content like blog posts or videos, things that showcase your knowledge, what you can do.
It's not just about saying, hey, I'm here. It's about showing that you know your stuff and that people can trust you.
Right on. And as you start getting more clients, systematize things. Automate what you can. Use tools to manage appointments, create templates for emails. You can even outsource some tasks to virtual assistants.
Make it efficient so it doesn't become another full-time job on top of your actual job.
Exactly. The dream is to have it running smoothly, even when you're not working on it directly.
Which brings us to that magic phrase, right? Passive income. Isn't that the goal for everyone? To earn money while you sleep?
It's definitely appealing. And Sabatier says it's totally doable.
Okay, I'm all ears. How do we make this passive income thing happen, especially with a side hustle? What are some examples?
Online courses are huge, creating digital products that you can sell over and over again.
So let's say you're, I don't know, a graphic designer. You could make a course on logo design or sell design templates.
Perfect example. You put in the work once, and then people can buy it forever.
So it's like building an asset that keeps making money for you? I like it.
And then there's affiliate marketing. That's another big one.
Affiliate marketing. I've heard of it, but not sure I totally get it.
Basically, you promote other people's stuff, and you get a cut of the sales.
Okay, so if I have a blog, let's say about travel, I could partner with a travel company, put their links on my blog, and if someone clicks my link and buys something, I get a commission.
Exactly. There are tons of affiliate programs out there for all kinds of products and services. Books, courses, software, you name it.
So you can make money by recommending things you already use and love.
That's the idea. And if you've got a good online presence, a following of people who trust you, you can actually earn a good chunk of change this way.
So online courses, digital products, affiliate marketing. Anything else Sabatier suggests for this passive income thing?
He talks about membership sites, subscription boxes, that kind of thing.
Like if you're a fitness instructor, you could have a members-only area with workout videos, meal plans, maybe a community forum, or a box of healthy snacks delivered every month.
You got it. Give people something they want to keep paying for every month.
Build that loyal customer base, that recurring income. Smart.
It's a good setup. And that's the whole point of passive income, right? To create more stability, have that money coming in, even when you're not actively working.
Sounds like a dream come true. But we got to be real. It's not 100% passive. You still got to put in the work up front to create the product or service, get everything set up.
You do. It's not like you do nothing. It's more about leveraging your effort. Put in the work once, reap the benefits over and over.
Like planting a tree. You got to water it, take care of it, but eventually you get all that fruit without having to constantly tend to it.
I like that. Good analogy. And the best part, you can keep planting more trees, create multiple passive income streams.
Diversify your income. Genius.
Right.
But we also can't forget about regular investing.
Right, that's how you really make your money grow.
Yeah.
Sabatier's got some strong opinions on that, too.
Yeah, he's all about those index funds.
Loves them.
We talked about those earlier. They're like those baskets of stocks, spread out your risk, all that.
Exactly. And one thing he really likes about index funds is that they're super passive. You're not constantly trying to outsmart the market.
So you're not checking stock prices every 5 minutes, stressing over every little dip.
Nope. You're in it for the long haul. You trust that the market's going to go up over time, and you just ride the wave.
That sounds way less stressful than how I always imagined investing to be.
Oh, it can be. And
Yeah.
the best part is it helps you avoid making emotional decisions, which is where a lot of people get tripped up.
Makes sense. Don't let your emotions mess with your money. So index funds are a good starting point, but how do you pick the right ones? There are so many.
Sabatier's advice is to keep it simple. Stick with those broad market index funds, like the ones that follow the S&P 500. You get exposure to a whole bunch of companies that way.
No need to overthink it.
Yep. And they have a history of good returns. You can feel good about putting your money there.
Okay, so you've chosen your index funds. Now what? Just dump all your money in at once.
Not necessarily. Sabatier is big on starting early, even if you can only invest a little bit each month.
Because the earlier you start, the more time that compound interest has to work its magic.
Exactly. It's all about consistency and letting time do its thing.
So start small, start early, and let it grow. What else?
Automate everything. Set it up so the money's automatically transferred from your checking to your investment account each month.
Takes the thinking out of it and helps you stay disciplined even when you're tempted to spend that money on something else.
Exactly. Set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Then you can relax and watch your money grow.
Wow, we covered a lot in this first part. Side hustles, passive income, index funds, long-term investing. It's a lot to take in.
It is. And this is just scratching the surface of what Sabatier talks about. But hopefully you're getting a sense of his approach. It's all about being proactive, taking control, and questioning the traditional ways of doing things.
Absolutely. And he reminds us that financial freedom isn't about being rich. It's about designing a life you love on your own terms.
It's about having the time and resources to do what matters most to you.
I think that's a perfect place to pause for now. When we come back, we'll dig deeper into those strategies for launching and growing a side hustle, and we'll explore Sabatier's whole philosophy on investing for the long game.
There's a lot more to unpack. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we were in the middle of this whole side hustle thing.
Yeah, side hustles. They're definitely having a moment.
For sure. So many people are looking for ways to make extra cash, maybe explore some passions, or even create a way to eventually ditch their 9-to-5.
It's the dream, right? But we were also saying how not all side hustles are created equal. Some are definitely better than others.
And that's where Sabatier's advice is really helpful. He's all about being strategic, finding that side hustle that's actually right for you.
Okay, so let's break that down. How do you even begin to find that perfect side hustle?
Sabatier lays out this 3-step process: picking, launching, and growing. And picking, that first step, it's all about self-awareness. You got to figure out your skills, your interests, what really gets you fired up.
Makes sense. You don't want to start something you hate.
Exactly. He even says to think back to when you were a kid. What did you love doing then? Were you always building things, writing stories, organizing events?
Interesting. So it's not just about what skills you have now, but also about what you've always been naturally drawn to.
Right. Tap into those passions. And once you've got a few ideas floating around, you got to do your research. See if there's actually a demand for what you're thinking about offering.
Passion is great, but it's got to be something people will pay for.
Exactly. He recommends checking out sites like Fiverr and Upwork. See what kind of services are in demand, what people are charging.
So you've got your skills, your passion, you've done your research, and you've found an idea that looks good. What's the next move? Just dive right in.
Whoa, hold on there. Sabatier's big piece of advice here is don't quit your day job just yet.
Good advice. So how do you get started without taking too much risk?
Start small. Test the waters. Maybe offer your services to friends and family for a discount just to get some practice. Or take on a few low-paying gigs just to get your feet wet.
So you can build experience, refine your offering, figure out if there's actually a market for what you're selling.
Exactly. It's about validating your idea before you go all in.
Okay, let's say you've launched your side hustle, you've got some clients, and you're starting to make some money. How do you take it to the next level? How do you really grow it?
Sabatier is all about building a strong online presence. This could mean creating a website, setting up social media profiles, starting an email list.
Get your name out there. Let people know you exist.
Exactly. And position yourself as an expert in your field. He talks about creating valuable content, like blog posts, videos, social media updates, stuff that showcases your knowledge and skills.
Right, so it's not just about shouting from the rooftops that you exist. It's about providing real value and building trust with potential clients.
Exactly. And as you start to gain traction, he recommends systematizing your processes and automating as much as possible. This could mean using scheduling tools to manage your appointments, creating templates for emails or proposals, or even outsourcing some tasks to virtual assistants.
So it's about working smarter, not harder, creating a business that's more efficient and scalable.
Right. Because ultimately, you want to create a side hustle that doesn't feel like a second full-time job. You want to create something that can generate income even when you're not actively working on it.
Passive income, that's the holy grail, right? Earning money while you sleep.
It definitely has a nice ring to it. And Sabatier argues that it's totally achievable.
Okay, color me intrigued. How does passive income work, especially in the context of side hustles? What are some examples?
One popular option is creating and selling online courses or digital products.
So let's say you're a graphic designer. You could create a course on how to design logos, or you could create a set of design templates that people could buy and use.
Exactly. And once you've created that course or product, you can sell it over and over again without having to put in any additional effort.
That's brilliant. It's like creating an asset that keeps working for you even when you're not actively working on it.
Right. And another popular passive income stream is affiliate marketing.
Okay, I've heard of affiliate marketing, but I'm not sure I fully understand how it works. Can you break it down?
Sure. Affiliate marketing is essentially promoting other people's products or services and earning a commission on any sales you generate.
So let's say I have a blog about travel. I could partner with a travel company and include affiliate links to their products in my blog posts. If someone clicks on my link and makes a purchase, I earn a commission.
Exactly. And there are tons of affiliate programs out there for all kinds of products and services.
So you could potentially earn passive income by recommending books, courses, software, clothing, travel, really anything.
Right. And if you have a strong online presence and a loyal following, you can earn a significant income through affiliate marketing.
Okay, so we've got online courses and digital products, affiliate marketing. What are some other passive income ideas that Sabatier mentions?
He also talks about creating membership sites or subscription boxes.
So let's say I'm a fitness instructor. I could create a membership site with exclusive workout videos, meal plans, and community forums. Or I could create a subscription box with healthy snacks and fitness gear.
Exactly. It's about providing ongoing value to your customers and building a recurring revenue stream.
So you're not just making a one-time sale, you're creating a loyal customer base who pays you month after month.
Right. And that's the beauty of passive income. It allows you to create a more stable and predictable income stream that can free up your time and give you more financial security.
Okay, I'm definitely seeing the appeal of passive income. But it's important to note that it's not completely passive, right? You still have to put in the work upfront to create the product or service, build the platform, and market your offering.
That's a really important point. Passive income doesn't mean you do nothing. It just means you're leveraging your efforts so you can earn money even when you're not actively working.
It's like planting a seed and then watching it grow. You still have to water it and tend to it, but eventually it can bear fruit without requiring constant attention.
I like that analogy. And the best part is, once you've created one passive income stream, you can create another and another and another.
So you're building multiple streams of income that can support you and give you more freedom and flexibility.
Exactly. And that's really the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah.
To create a life where you're not trading time for money, but rather creating assets that can work for you even while you sleep.
It sounds like a dream come true. But it's also important to remember that building passive income takes time, effort, and patience.
Absolutely. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. But if you're willing to put in the work and follow Sabatier's guidance, it could be a powerful way to achieve financial freedom and create a life you love.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground on side hustles and passive income, but there's one more crucial piece of the financial freedom puzzle that we need to address: investing.
Right, investing. That's how you make your money work for you, not the other way around.
Exactly. And Sabatier has a very specific investment strategy that he believes can help you achieve financial freedom faster. We touched on it briefly earlier, but let's dive a little deeper.
He's all about index funds.
Right. We talked about how they're like baskets of stocks that track a particular market index, which helps to diversify your investments and reduce risk.
Exactly. And one of the reasons Sabatier loves index funds is that they're a really passive way to invest.
Passive investing. What does that mean exactly?
It means you're not trying to time the market or pick individual stocks. You're essentially letting the market do the work for you.
So you're not constantly checking stock prices or stressing over market fluctuation.
Right. You're taking a long-term approach and trusting that the market will generally trend upwards over time.
That sounds a lot less stressful than the way I imagined investing to be.
It can be. And one of the key benefits of passive investing is that it helps you to avoid emotional decision-making, which can often lead to costly mistakes.
Okay, that makes sense. Emotions and money don't always mix well.
Right. And another benefit of index funds is that they tend to have lower fees than actively managed funds.
Right, we talked about that earlier. Fees can really eat into your returns over time.
Exactly. And Sabatier is a big believer in keeping your investment costs as low as possible.
So if you're just starting out with investing, index funds seem like a good option. But how do you actually choose the right index funds?
Sabatier recommends sticking with broad market index funds, like those that track the S&P 500 or the total stock market index. These funds give you exposure to a wide range of companies across different sectors, which helps to further diversify your portfolio.
So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket, so to speak.
Right. And these broad market index funds have a long history of solid returns, so you can feel confident that your money is working for you.
Okay, so you've chosen your index funds. What's the next step?
Sabatier emphasizes the importance of starting early, even if you can only invest a small amount each month.
Because the earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow.
Exactly. And thanks to compound interest, your money can grow exponentially over time.
Compound interest. It's like a snowball effect for your money.
Exactly. The longer you invest, the more your money works for you.
Okay, so starting early and investing consistently are key principles. What else does Sabatier recommend?
He also recommends automating your investments.
So setting up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your investment account each month.
Exactly. This takes the decision-making out of the equation and helps to ensure that you're investing consistently, even when you're busy or tempted to spend your money elsewhere.
Okay, so it's about setting it and forgetting it.
Right. And once you've set up your automated investments, you can just relax and watch your money grow.
Okay, so index funds, starting early, automating your investments, and keeping your fees low. Those are some of Sabatier's key investment principles. And his approach is all about building sustainable wealth over time, not chasing risky, get-rich-quick schemes.
Right. He emphasizes that investing is a long-term game. And by following his principles, you can create a solid investment portfolio that can help you achieve your financial goals.
All right, so we've covered a lot of ground today, from side hustles and passive income to index funds and long-term investing. It's clear that Sabatier's approach to financial freedom is both comprehensive and unconventional.
Absolutely. And while we've only scratched the surface of his insights, hopefully this deep dive has provided you with some valuable takeaways and inspiration for your own journey.
Definitely. And one of the things I appreciate most about Sabatier's approach is that it's all about empowerment. He reminds us that we have more control over our finances than we often think.
That's such an important point. It's not about being a financial expert or having a lot of money to start. It's about making conscious choices, developing good habits, and taking consistent action.
Exactly. And it's about aligning your finances with your values so you can create a life that's both financially secure and personally fulfilling.
Well said. Now, before we wrap up, I think we need to circle back to something we touched on earlier: mindset.
Right, because as much as we'd like to believe that financial freedom is all about numbers and strategies, there's a huge mental and emotional component to it as well.
Absolutely. Sabatier dedicates a significant portion of his book to discussing the importance of shifting your money mindset. He argues that our beliefs about money can either empower us or hold us back.
So what are some of the common limiting beliefs that people have about money? And how can we start to challenge and overcome them?
Well, one common belief is that money is evil, or that rich people are greedy.
I've definitely heard that one before. And it can make people feel guilty or ashamed about wanting to be financially successful.
Exactly. And another limiting belief is that I'll never be rich, or that financial freedom is only for other people.
These beliefs can create a sense of hopelessness and resignation, making people feel like they're stuck in a financial rut.
Right. And they can prevent people from even trying to improve their situation.
Because if you don't believe it's possible, you're unlikely to take action.
Exactly. And another limiting belief is that money can't buy happiness.
While it's true that money alone can't guarantee happiness, it can certainly provide you with opportunities and experiences that can contribute to a more fulfilling life.
Absolutely. It can reduce stress, provide security, and give you the freedom to pursue your passions and spend time with loved ones.
So it's not about worshiping money or believing that it's the answer to all of life's problems. It's about recognizing its potential to enhance your life and create more opportunities.
Exactly. And Sabatier argues that by shifting your money mindset from scarcity to abundance, you can open yourself up to greater financial possibilities.
So it's about believing that there's enough money for everyone, that you deserve to be wealthy, and that you have the power to create financial freedom in your life.
Right. And by adopting this abundance mindset, you'll start to attract more money, make smarter financial decisions, and create a life of greater prosperity and fulfillment.
It's about aligning your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions with your financial goals.
Exactly. And Sabatier provides several practical tips and exercises for how to shift your money mindset and create a more positive and empowered relationship with money.
Okay, let's get practical. What are some specific things people can do to start shifting their mindset?
One powerful technique is affirmations.
Affirmations, like positive self-talk.
Exactly. It's about consciously choosing to focus on positive, empowering statements about money and your ability to create wealth.
So instead of saying, I'll never be rich, you might say, I'm attracting wealth into my life.
Right. And the more you repeat these affirmations, the more you start to believe them, and the more you start to act in accordance with them.
It's like rewiring your brain, replacing those negative thoughts with positive ones.
Exactly. And another effective strategy is visualization.
Visualization, like imagining yourself achieving your financial goals.
Exactly. It's about creating a clear mental picture of what you want to achieve, feeling the emotions of already having it, and allowing that vision to guide your actions.
So you're essentially programming your subconscious mind to attract what you desire.
Right. And the more vivid and detailed your visualizations, the more powerful they become.
Okay, so affirmations and visualizations are great tools for shifting your mindset. Any other strategies that Sabatier recommends?
He also emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with positive influences.
So spending time with people who are financially successful and who have a healthy relationship with money.
Exactly. Because their energy and their beliefs can rub off on you.
And conversely, it's important to limit your exposure to negative influences, like people who are constantly complaining about money or who have a scarcity mindset.
Right. Because their negativity can drag you down.
So it's about creating a supportive and empowering environment for yourself, both internally and externally.
Exactly. And Sabatier also recommends reading books, listening to podcasts, and attending workshops on personal finance and wealth creation.
So it's about continuously learning and expanding your knowledge about money.
Right. Because the more you learn, the more confident and empowered you'll feel in managing your finances.
And the more likely you are to achieve your financial goals.
Absolutely. So shifting your money mindset is an ongoing process. It's about becoming aware of your thoughts and beliefs, challenging those that are limiting, and replacing them with positive, empowering ones.
And by doing so, you can create a more abundant and fulfilling financial life.
Exactly. It's about recognizing that you have the power to create the financial future you desire.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today. From Sabatier's journey to financial freedom, to his unconventional approach to budgeting, to his strategies for hacking your 9-to-5 and building a profitable side hustle. Now, let's bring it all together and talk about the core message of his book.
Right, because it's not just about the individual strategies. It's about the underlying mindset and philosophy that drives them.
Exactly. So what's the key takeaway from Sabatier's approach? What's the big aha moment that he wants readers to walk away with?
I think what's so powerful about Sabatier's message is that financial freedom is attainable for anyone, regardless of their income, background, or current financial situation.
It's a message of hope and empowerment, because so often we're led to believe that financial freedom is only for the wealthy or the financially savvy.
Right, but Sabatier challenges those limiting beliefs. He argues that financial freedom is about taking control of your finances, making informed choices, and aligning your actions with your goals and values.
It's about realizing that you have more power than you think to shape your financial future.
Exactly. And it's about understanding that financial freedom is not just about money. It's about having the time and the resources to live a life that's meaningful and fulfilling.
So it's about creating a life of purpose, not just a life of possessions.
Right. It's about recognizing that true wealth is not measured by your net worth, but by your happiness, your relationships, your health, and your contributions to the world.
Those are all incredibly valuable things that money can't buy.
Exactly. And Sabatier's approach is all about aligning your finances with those values so you can live a life that's truly rich and rewarding.
So it's not about sacrificing your happiness to achieve financial freedom. It's about using financial freedom as a tool to enhance your happiness.
That's a great way to put it. And Sabatier's story is a testament to the fact that it's possible.
Because remember, he started with just $2.26 in his bank account. And within 5 years, he achieved financial independence.
It's an incredible story of determination, resourcefulness, and a willingness to challenge the status quo.
And it's a story that can inspire anyone to take control of their finances and create a life of freedom and abundance.
Absolutely. And Sabatier's book provides a roadmap for how to do just that.
So, if you're feeling inspired and you're ready to take action, I highly recommend checking out his book, Financial Freedom. It's full of practical advice, actionable strategies, and inspiring stories that can help you create the financial future you desire.
It's a great resource for anyone who wants to take control of their finances and start building a life of greater freedom and abundance.
All right, that wraps up our deep dive into financial freedom. We hope you've enjoyed this exploration of Sabatier's unconventional approach to personal finance.
Remember, financial freedom is not a destination, it's a journey. It's about making conscious choices, taking inspired action, and creating a life that's aligned with your values and your aspirations.
And it's a journey that anyone can embark on, no matter where they're starting from.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep. Back again for more deep dive. We spend the last 2 parts really digging into Sabatier's approach to financial freedom, and what strikes me is how much he turns traditional money advice on its head.
He really does. It's like he's saying, forget everything you thought you knew.
Right. So refreshing. Let's talk about those money myths he debunks. What are some big ones holding people back?
Well, there's that whole idea that you need a ton of money to start investing. Like, investing is just for rich people or financial experts.
Yeah, that can be super intimidating, right? Especially when you're just starting out, you see all these complicated financial products and you think, I can't even play this game.
Exactly. But Sabatier's point is anyone can invest, even with just a little bit of money.
Yeah.
It's all about compound interest. That's your money growing over time, like exponentially, as you reinvest those earnings.
It's the snowball effect, right? The earlier you start, the bigger that snowball gets.
That's the idea. Even if it's $50 a month, it's better than nothing. Start somewhere and be consistent.
Consistency is key. And while we're busting myths, another one is that you got to be picking individual stocks to do well in the stock market.
Oh, he hates that one. Sabatier's all about index funds. Way less risky than trying to pick winners yourself.
Yeah, trying to time the market, pick the next hot stock. It's like predicting the future, right?
Impossible. So many factors at play. That's why he likes index funds. More passive approach.
We talked about those before, but just to recap, they're like those baskets of stocks, right? Spread out the risk.
Exactly. You're investing in tons of companies at once, not just betting on one or two.
Makes a lot more sense to me. So, myth busted. You don't have to be a Wall Street guru to invest. Keep it simple with index funds. Okay, what about that other big one? You need a 9-to-5 to be successful, financially speaking.
Ooh, that one hits hard. Especially with all the talk these days about entrepreneurship and side hustles.
Right. Feels like if you're not building your own empire, you're falling behind.
Sabatier says, hold on a minute. There's no one-size-fits-all path to financial freedom. Do what works for you.
So he's not anti-9-to-5, just saying it's not the only option.
Right. And he's got great advice for people thinking about side hustles or starting a business. Find something you love, test it out first, build that online presence.
Solid advice. Okay, myth busted. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to be financially free. Do what you love, make it work for you. What about another myth I hear a lot? That whole, you're young, you don't need to worry about retirement yet thing.
That's a costly one. The sooner you start saving, the better because of that magical compound interest.
Superpower for your money, compound interest.
Seriously. And even if you can only save a little bit now, it'll make a huge difference down the road.
So everyone out there in their 20s and 30s, start saving. Future you will thank you. Speaking of the future, here's another myth. Achieving financial freedom means living like a miser, depriving yourself of everything fun.
No one's so common, right? Like, you got to give up all the good stuff to be financially secure.
Exactly. But Sabatier is like, nah, it's about making smart choices, prioritizing your goals, and still enjoying life.
It's finding that balance between living in the moment and planning for the future.
So you can still have your lattes, vacations, and nights out.
Right.
Just be mindful about where your money's going. Make sure it's aligned with what you value.
Create a lifestyle you can actually sustain, one that lets you enjoy today and build for tomorrow.
That's the key. Financial freedom isn't about deprivation. It's about having a life that feels abundant and fulfilling in all areas.
That's it. And Sabatier always comes back to this idea that true wealth is bigger than just money. It's about time, freedom, the ability to do what you're passionate about.
The things money can't buy.
Right. And it's about aligning your finances with those values, living a life that's truly rich and rewarding on your own terms.
So well said. I think that wraps up our deep dive into Grant Sabatier's Financial Freedom. It's a book full of great advice, actionable strategies, and inspiring stories. If you want to take control of your finances, create a life you love, it's a great read.
Definitely recommend it. It's all about challenging the old ways of thinking, ditching those money myths, and forging your own path.
Absolutely. Financial freedom isn't a destination, it's a journey. It's about making conscious choices, taking action, and creating a life that reflects what truly matters to you.
A journey anyone can take, no matter where you're starting from.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.